Hey, good morning, everybody. Aaron Morcher from Midwest Recruiting. Quick topic this morning, one that you've seen me post about in a fairly decent amount here the last couple days, and it's about communication between players and coaches and between coaches and players. We've entered a society where communication skills are lacking. It's all largely emojis and one letter responses that apparently mean an entire word or something like that, and we've lost how to communicate with each other. Something that I tell kids all the time is that most of the recruiters and coaches are a little bit older, and they're used to actually having good conversation with people, and that's what they want, is to develop a relationship and have conversation. So players, this is to you. If you have a coach that contacts you, sorry, I'm a little winded here. I just loaded a whole bunch of concrete in the back of my vehicle. If you have a coach that contacts you, then you need to reply to him quickly. Whether you're interested or not interested, tell him that. Say, hey, coach, thanks, really interested in your program. Or, coach, sorry, not interested. You're too far away. I don't like the color of your uniforms, whatever it may be, but be decent, communicate quickly. If you get an offer, man, don't go out and post that thing on social media. Call that coach and say, hey, coach, thanks for the offer. I appreciate it. I'll have my decision made within a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever that time frame is. But communicate clearly. Okay, that's hugely important. Coaches look at it as, quite honestly, lack of communication is there's a lot of disrespect in it. And quite honestly, guys, be better than that. The other thing is, coaches, I'm gonna challenge you. I understand the value of your prospect camps that you hold. You do a lot of blanketing of emails and actual mail through the United States Post Office to kids. Quite honestly, there's a whole lot of kids that you send to that you don't have any interest in. I understand why you do it and why you use that method. But here's something. If a kid gets a letter from you or an email from you and he picks up the phone and he calls you, or if he sends a reply email, hey, coach, I'm interested, like to learn a little bit more about your program, can you send something? Or, hey, coach, before I make that 5-hour drive and spend $195 on your camp and $200 on a hotel room and food, can you take a look at my profile to see if my skill set is something that might be of interest to you? If a kid takes the time to do that, please have the decency to reply to that kid. The communication thing goes both ways. And my guess is that the vast majority of coaches would never intentionally not reply to a kid. But I do believe that you don't have systems in place to actually handle phone calls and emails from kids. So I'd urge you to take a look at what your system is so that you can communicate with kids, because as frustrated as you get when kids don't communicate with you, don't reply to your offers, kids get very frustrated with you and have a tendency to walk away. Here's an example. My son this week replied to a coach 3 times who had sent him information on a prospect camp. The coach never replied. He finally sent an email saying, please take me off your list. Apparently you don't have time to contact me. Lo and behold, the coach replied to that email, said he never got his other emails. Right. You didn't get the first 3, but you got this one. Okay. So it goes both ways, coaches. This isn't admonishing of anybody. It's, as a society, we've got to get better at communication. And definitely in the recruiting process, there's got to be better communication on both sides. If you're a kid doing the right things, fantastic. This message means absolutely nothing to you. If you're a coach that's doing the right things, fantastic. This message means absolutely nothing to you. But if you're one of those coaches or players that this is a little bit uncomfortable to hear, got you riled up a little bit, make you feel like you want to call me or email me, maybe you need to take a look at what you're doing and how you could do it a little bit better. So again, all we're trying to do here, all I'm trying to do is make sure that the recruiting process is better. Want to leave baseball a little bit better than I found it, and give everybody a little bit of truth and honesty on both sides of the equation. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Try to get a little bit better in everything that you do, especially communication. Thanks. Have a great weekend.